Morning everybody, CryptoStrang here. Hope everyone is well. This morning I'm just going to go over the prices update from a video I've done in February, basically my altcoins for February 2021 that I was actually going to buy. And we'll go through it and see how they're progressing. And also going to go through brand new projects that I'm just literally bought in the last week, 2 weeks or so, and ones I'm going to keep buying in May. Ones that really look, a lot of potential. That's what I really believe in these. They look like real solid projects. Anyway, let's quickly go over the prices from the video on the 3rd of February. First one was no surprise when I talked about it in February, was Cardano, my number one holding, because of all the news coming out and all the news still to come out. Cardano, next week we've got the African Summit. Gongon gets released very soon where projects will jump to it, I think. And I say, none of this video is financial advice, any project, anything I talk about. But we've got Cardano, me personally, I'm extremely bullish with the African Summit, but also with Gongon's release and projects jumping over to it. I really am bullish. So the market cap when I've done this video was just under 13,042 cents. Here we are today. The market cap's approaching 41 billion, $1.27. Obviously, since then we need to touch $1.50. We've had a bit of pullback. The weekend we had a massive pullback, didn't we? Woke up to a bit of a shock. Sunday morning to that huge drop. Double-digit drops in nearly every project. It was crazy. But they're all gradually building up. There's a lot of rumours why they did. I won't go into that because none of it's confirmed. But anyway. Why it dropped. But anyway, so we've got Cardano, obviously spoke about many times, my number one holding, number one project for me by far. The next one the video I talked about was Mainframe. Held Mainframe for a long time. Really got bullish with it because they've just renamed themselves Hi-Fi Finance. It's like a real solid team behind it. With the new marketing, they seem to have a real solid team on to take Mainframe to the next level. So I say it's now called Hi-Fi Finance. You can see when I've done the video, it's just over 1 cent. The market cap was just over 118 million. Here we are today, the market cap's nearly 180 million, and we're not far off 2 cents. Ranked 284, Hi-Fi Finance. So this is one that I think has got longevity. I like the fact they've remodeled themselves, they've still got huge plans. So it's one I'm going to constantly monitor. Another one, next one the video I spoke about was actually Origin Trail, TRAC. I've held it for a long time, and actually on this video, I spoke about a video done a long time ago when it was real, basically like 4 cents if I remember. But when I done this video, it was 16 cents. The market cap was still relatively low. It was only 55 million. Here we are today, coming towards the end of April, and it's basically over 62 cents, and the market cap is approaching 222 million. So it's making huge progression. A project that's been around for such a long time. It's great to see they're still progressing. And look at the price, absolutely fantastic. So I'm really proud, really pleased for Origin Trail that they keep developing this. They're making slow but steady progress. But it was a great buy back in February, wasn't it? 16 cents, now it's 62. So next one I spoke about is out of all the ones, obviously Cardano has done fantastic since it's tripled in price. MFT's pretty not far off doubled. Origin Trail's obviously gone up a lot, of all times. But Loopring's one's actually been quite stagnant. It was actually around 58 when I'd done that video back in February. Just under 55 cents, and the market was 664 million. Here we are today, we're actually outside the top 100 now, 111. Just gone up basically like 3 cents. We're just over 57 cents. The market was just under 700 million. Fantastic when Jay come on the channel. Still very, really bullish on Loopring's. The whole, 89% of the suppliers out there, which is great to see. There's a lot of competition though, isn't there, with decentralized exchanges nowadays. You think how that's exploded over the last year in the DeFi and just general marketplaces. So we'll see how they keep going, Loopring, but I really do like that project. Very solid. Okay, so we're going to move on to the brand new projects that I've bought into, literally in the last couple of weeks, and I'm going to continue to buy into May because I really like these. As we always say, the lower you go on coin market, the higher the risk. All crypto is risk, let's be honest, but these low cap ones can be very high risk. But my personal thing is sometimes higher the risk, higher the reward. But some of these I'm actually hold long term anyway. So AIOZ Network, different type of project. It's a distributed CDN. Which somewhat basically is built on its own very own blockchain, which is great to see. And users share redundant memory, storage, and bandwidth resources to create a vast CDN capable of powering streaming platforms. So that's what I really liked about it. And they want to create like a distributed content delivery, the CDN, and represent a major shift in the way the world streams video. So look, it's really very interesting project. So especially when you go on their website, AIOZ Network, Layer 1 blockchain-based content delivery network, opens to the new era of internet streaming powered by you. That's what I liked about it. Scrolled through it. It's got an excellent team behind it as well. AIOZ Tube, a video sharing platform locally powered, values viewers and creators from high quality content to cryptocurrency. So that's really solid, in my opinion, how this could actually get really big. Well, time will tell, as we always say. It's got a subscription service there. It's also got AIOZ TV, live streaming app that turns your real life events into a business. States how you can join the network. Now, so it's quite relatively new project. In literally like a few weeks ago, it wasn't even ranked on CoinMarket because they didn't know the actual market itself. But you just go through like the live node maps. You can see there. It's a really interesting website. It goes through everything that they're doing, the streaming experience, the cost of infrastructure, scalability. Okay, and you've got all this, the content creator, the advertisers, how it ends up being like the media and the viewer side of it, using peer-to-peer network. But I just think it's a project as we develop with streaming, etc. I really am bullish on this, but as I say, time will tell. Now, I always show this. People always ask me, where can I go and buy this if I wanted to buy it? You go on CoinMarket, you get the project in, you hit search, whatever coin you're looking at, overview market. Okay, so with this Ready for New project, it's on, it's on your Pancake, Uniswap, etc. It's also on Gate. We spoke about Gate recently. It's on Bialaxy. I always say that Bialaxy is one of the most proactive exchanges out there for listing new projects, exciting NFT projects as well. We spoke about before, but AOZ. It's on Bialaxy as well, OX Protocol, 1inch exchange. So it's gradually building up to some decent exchanges there. So it's great to see. Now, so you go through their website again and hit the team. Now, this is the bit I liked, genuine LinkedIn profiles. I read up on their LinkedIn and got some excellent background to them, and they've also got advisors as well, which was great to see. But you didn't go into the partnerships. Now, for a relatively new project, you've got the BSC, the Binance Smart Chain Pad, and you've got the media content partnerships. So and they've obviously got free class questions, it really goes more in depth. But I think with their partnerships, and the team behind it as well as their advisors, I'm very bullish on AIOZ. Now, the next one is another one. It's actually done me fantastic over the last 24 hours. I really have been lucky with this one. Bought this about a week ago. Silo. Looks really interesting. Now, it's ranked 753. It's just over 1 cent. 24% supplies out there, so not a huge amount. But again, a relatively new project. We go on the market again. Let's show the market. You can see all the different exchanges. So it's great to see it on KU Coin and Gate.io on Uniswap as well. An exchange I've never heard of, to be honest, BNS, but it's on KU Coin anyway. What more do you want? That's one of my most favourite exchanges. So you can get Silo on there. You go on their website now. Let's sum up Silo quickly. It's basically it's a decentralized communication, a data exchange network powered by Layer 2 micro payments infrastructure and the Silo token. And it's a user-run service. Peers provide infrastructure to the network, which allows developers and businesses to run privacy-first, unstoppable apps without deploying any infrastructure of their own. So that was really interesting, very different. So I liked about it. And it states there, you've got all these bits here. Now, explore Silo. You've got Silo Smart Money, the end-to-end smart money solution for governments, businesses and consumers, secure chats, calls and crypto assets, all running on the Silo network. Limitlessly scalable, Layer 2, person-to-person micro payments, community-run Silo nodes power, and 250,000 people are already using Silo, the smart wallet, the app. So you can get it on the app as well as Google Play. It states there it's been featured. It's been featured on many, CoinDesk and Cointelegraph alone. A lot of news always coming out about Silo. I really like their social media where they keep people updated. And down here you can see all their different social media links. Look how much stuff they've got down there, a lot. So Silo is certainly one to keep on your radar. I really like it. I think they're going to keep developing for a relatively new project. I think it's got so much potential. Obviously, there's a lot of competition, like we always say, but it's entirely up to you. But I really do like Silo. Now, the next one, it's actually 2 parts to the Unimex network. Actually, I read up on this about a month ago on Reddit, and literally, I say the last week, I've actually got some. Now, you can actually get Unimex network on Hotbit, but there's 2 sides to Unimex. You've got Unimex and you've got your Deegan protocol. We go through both. Basically, if you use your Deegan, you get rewarded in UMX, etc. It's not a huge difference when you look at it. You think, what is actually the difference between UMX and DGN? But we'll go through it briefly here. And you can go through on the actual site, unimex.network. Got up here the white paper and the DGN white paper. I'll show you in a minute. But you go through it, and this is what I liked about it. This is about UMX. We talked about Deegan briefly there. It's a decentralized protocol for margin trading, any pairs, leverages, all customizable. So go through that. It talks about the tokenomics of the UMX. Total supply is really low. only 10 million. And you go through it, and it's like 20% was the initial Uniswap listing. You know, you got 50% of the seed offering. You know, they've got marketing, 10%. And you scroll through it, and then the fees distribution. So when you scroll back to the actual coin market and you see 65% is out there, you realise how much has already been used. And the market, I say, is relatively low, just over 18 million, $2.79. So I think this, with the amount of supplies out there and what's been held back and already used, etc. We've got 65%, it's a relatively new project. I think I can see this price going up a lot, but again, not financial advice. But you just scroll through, and I just like the way the site is. But I like, obviously, I always talk about the roadmap. You can see there, Unimex, Degen, both covered on this site. I don't know why they've sort of gone with both projects. Perhaps one's going to be a store of value in the future. I'm only just purely guessing. I have no idea. Something that perhaps they'll talk about at a later date. But you can see the second quarter 2021, the introduction of the token governance, Unimex version 2 release layer 2, which is obviously great to hear. Now, when you go through their white paper, it talks about the introduction, etc., we'd obviously expect. So, it's a Uniswap-based DeFi decentralized finance protocol which facilitates the margin trading of native Uniswap tokens. So you go how it works, the lending, it talks about the lending side of it. And I'll put the link below. It goes into all depth about it and what their actual plans are, but the margin trading. So it looks like a really solid decentralized exchange here. It states here, liquidation Unimex permits trade to borrow multiple value of its collateral in tokens up to a maximum leverage available for a particular Uniswap trading pool. So we talk about leverage trading. That's obviously very high risk, not something I'd ever recommend anyone gets involved unless you're very experienced and very knowledgeable on that. But it's got the Oracle side of Unimex. It's something I really liked. The intention for this project is to be as contained within Uniswap as possible and to uphold the philosophy of decentralization. Therefore, we've elected to reject centralized oracles from sources such as Oracleize and Chainlink in favour of the direct, dynamic, innovative, and robust Uniswap TWAP, the time-weighted average price. So they're going away from many projects like Chainlink. So we'll see how that gets on, but it just looks a real solid. And again, it talks about here about the tokenomics, which to me, you sort of talk about the team and development, I guess, getting like 12%. Doesn't leave much else, does it really? Huge amount of it is also be allocated already. A relatively new project, you think it's like 68%. So it's a lot, okay? So I think this says they keep developing. I can see that price going up a lot. But as we say, time will tell. We're talking about here between first quarter and second quarter. Admin will be removed from the contract and instead governance will be liberalised. Talks about trustswap.org. So I really like that. Now, Degen is not ranked at the moment because I don't know the market cap. It's ranked around 3,174 at the moment because of that. $5.57. Max supply is only 1 million. Okay, so we don't know the circulating supply. So again, I think this has got, as they develop, you can see how volatile it is on the market. You can see there, sort of price it's got nearly $9. Again, you can look on the market though, and you'll see it's only on PancakeSwap. So again, high risk. I haven't got any Degen yet. I've also got UMX. I'm going to get myself some Degen, probably literally next week. But as I say, I'm really bullish on the UMX side of it. Degen seems to be a side operation of it, but they both look in conjunction together, look real good projects. So again, time will tell. Now the Degen white paper, you go through it. It states it again. It's all sort of information you need really. But me personally, I won't be using their exchange or anything like that. I'm merely going to hold these as like a store of value for potential profit taking in the future. But I think it's got longevity, this. But what I tend to do with most of these sort of projects, where if we talk about AIOZ, for me that's long term. Silo is long term. Unimex and DGN, to me, I will set profit targets. Once I set like for instance, Unimex, when that reaches $10, I'll take some profits. When it reaches $20, if it ever reaches there, I'll take some more profits. I tend to sort of have like 40 to 50, 60% sometimes is what's for profits. The others are the rest for long term. So everyone's got their own plans. Everyone has their own sort of targets and what they want to achieve and long term holdings. But I'm really am bullish on AROZ and Silo long term. Unimex thinks got a lot of potential. There's a lot of competition, but with the pair of them between Degen and UMX, I believe we could have some decent profits here, but time will tell. As usual, we'll revisit in 2 to 3 months, see how they're developing. But I'm really bullish on these. So, as usual, everybody, it'd be great to hear from you. Please subscribe, please like, please tell me your hidden altcoin gems. I love to hear them. That's really fascinating when people tell me they're hidden gems. Anyone need help, email me, info@cryptostrain.com, all social media links below. Join our Telegram group that we just started. It'd be great to come and join that and have a chat. Thanks very much. Have a great day. Cheers. Bye.